Welcome, boys and girls, to an episode of PA and Phonics Fun. I'm your host, Miss Casey, and this is your teacher, Miss Shakita. In preparation for your lesson today, you'll need a few things like a piece of paper, a pencil, and small items such as pennies, cereal, or buttons. Have fun!
Thank you, Miss Casey. All right, boys and girls, we're going to begin with a warm-up activity. I'm going to say a word, and I'm going to change the beginning sound, and you're going to give me a new word. All right, my first word is bed. I want you to change the B to R. What's my new word? Red. Great job. All right, now my word is red. I want you to change the R to F. What's my new word? Fed. Awesome. Now my word is hen. I want you to change the H to P. What's my new word? Pen. You all are doing so great. Now my word is net. I want you to change the N to M. What's my new word? Met. Great job. Last one. My word is 10. I want you to change the T to M. What's my new word? Men. Great job, boys and girls. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Now, we're going to move to our next activity. You're going to give me a thumbs up if you hear words with short E. Now remember, short E says eh. So any word you hear with the eh sound, you're going to give me a what? A thumbs up. Now, let's put our listening ears on. My first word is Ted. Great job. You hear the short E sound in Ted. My next word is cat. We're listening. No. And I heard someone say that's the short A sound. Great job. Now, my next word is men. Awesome. What sound did you hear in men? Eh. Great job. Now, my next word is cub. No, we do not hear the short E sound in cub. Our last word is Ben. Awesome job, boys and girls. You hear the short E sound in Ben. So now what I want to do, I'm going to give you a few minutes, and I want you to take out a piece of paper and a pencil. And you're going to write the letter E on your paper. It should look just like mine. We're going to write the lowercase e on our paper. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to get that done for me. All right, so now before we get into this activity, I want you to look at our chart. We're studying the letter E. Now, what sound does letter E make? When I think of the letter E, I hear the eh sound. Sometimes I say eh as in echo. So what does letter E say? Yes, it says eh. Great job. Now, when you say the eh sound, think about your mouth. Your mouth is open and your tongue is mid-height in your mouth. So let's practice that 2 times. Eh. Good job. Eh. Awesome job. Let's look at a few pictures that contains the letter E. What is this a picture of? You got it. It is a leg. And what is that short vowel sound you hear in leg? Eh. Great. Now, what is this a picture of? We see this every night, boys and girls, when it's time to go to sleep. It's a bed. Great job. So now that you know your short E sound, you're going to get your card, and every time you hear a word that has the eh sound, you're going to hold your card up. Are you ready? Let's go. Our first word is ed. If you hear the short E sound in ed, I want you to hold your card up. Great. We hear the short E sound in ed. Our next word is ebb. Ebb. Do you hear the short E sound in ebb? Yes, you do. Good job, boys and girls. Our next word is cat. Cat. No, we do not hear the short E sound in cat. All right, what about hit? Good job, boys and girls. You do not hear the short E sound in hit. What about egg? Egg. You should have your cards up. We hear the short E sound in egg. The next word, bet. Bet. Great job, boys and girls. We hear the short E sound in bet. Our final word is vest. Vest. Do you hear the E sound in vest? Great job. We hear the E sound in vest. You all are doing so awesome. I want you to give yourselves a round of applause. Great job. All right. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to move to our next activity. We're going to learn some blending routines. So what we're going to do, you're going to watch me first. I am going to point to each letter, and I'm going to say the sound, and then I'm going to read the word. So I'm going to do one first. Then you're going to do one with me. And finally, I'm going to let you all do one by yourself. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready, boys and girls. I see you. You are ready. So let's go with our first word. You're listening to me first. It, met. All right, boys and girls, let's do this one together. Ed, ed, great. Let's do another one together. Ted, Ted. All right, are you ready to do one on your own? I have a few more left, so I'm going to let you try it. I'm going to point to the letter. You're going to say the sound, and then you will read the word. I heard you say red, red. Great job. Fed, fed. I heard you say ben. Great job. All right, the last one, boys and girls. Net. You are all doing so wonderful. You're doing so wonderful. Next, what I want you to do, in the beginning, Miss Casey told you all to grab a few items. So if you have those items with you, I want you to get them ready because we're going to actually take a few minutes. We're going to look at some pictures. We're going to sound those pictures out, and we're going to use our objects to identify each individual sounds. So I'm going to give you just a few seconds to make sure you have your material with you so we can go through this activity together. All right, now with this activity, I will start first and then you will go next, all right? So we're going to look at our first picture. Now, you're listening to me, all right? You ready? This is a picture of a hen. So with myself, and I'm thinking, how do I spell hen? I'm going to say, hen, h, So each one of these blocks is going to represent a sound. Hand. So how many sounds did I hear? Well, if I have 3 blocks, that means I heard 3 sounds. What was the first sound you hear in hen? What letter makes that sound? And I'm going to say, well, an H makes that sound. Well, what's the next sound I hear in hen? Eh. Well, what letter makes that sound? E. What's the final sound I hear in hen? What letter makes that sound? N. So boys and girls, how do we spell hen? H-E-N. Now, you all just watched me. Let's do one together. Let's look at our next picture. What is this a picture of, boys and girls? Yes, it is a web. So now I want you to get your items that you gathered at the beginning, and we're going to sound out web. So let's do it together. W, e, b. How many sounds did you hear? 3. Good job. We heard 3 sounds. What was the first sound you heard in web? W. Awesome. What's the next sound you heard in web? E. What letter makes that sound? E. What is the final sound you hear in the word web? B. What letter makes that sound? B. How do we spell web, boys and girls? W-E-B. Great job. Now, I'm going to let you do the next one on your own. What is this a picture of, boys and girls? It is a pen. So I'm going to give you a few minutes, and you're going to sound it out, and you're going to spell that word for me. Let's go. How many sounds did you hear in pen? 3. What was the first sound you heard in pen? P. What letter makes that sound? P. Awesome job. What was the next sound you heard? I heard you all say eh. Great job. What letter makes that sound? E. What is the last sound you hear in pen? What letter makes that sound? N. You all are doing so great. Since you're doing so great, I want you all to do one more for me. What number do you see, boys and girls? You see the number 10. All right, so now I want you to do the same routine you just finished doing to actually spell the word 10. How many sounds did you get? 3. What was the first sound? T. What letter makes that sound? T. Awesome job. What was the next sound you all got? E. What letter makes that sound? E. What is the final sound you all hear in the word 10? Great job. What letter makes that sound? N. You all are on a ball today. Give yourselves another round of applause before we move to the next portion of our activity. Now, you already have out your paper. You already have something to write with. And those of you who did not get that out, I want you to go ahead and get your paper and pencil out, because now we're going to put you all to a test. We're going to do some dictations. I'm going to say some words, and I want you to spell those words for me. So what you're going to do, you're going to use all of the blending routines we just used in the previous activity to help you spell those words. So I'm going to give you a few seconds. Get your paper and pencil together, and we're going to move on. All right, so my first word, I want you to spell red. And remember, boys and girls, we're not capitalizing those words. All right, look at my chart and see that you spelled the word red correctly. Now, how did you spell red? R-E-D. Great job. Our next word is 10. I want you to spell the word 10. Remember to use those blending routines. Sound that word out. All right. I want you to check and see that you spell the word 10 correctly. Our next word is men. I want you to spell the word men. I can see you all counting out those sounds. Great job. Now, I want you to check and see that you spell the word men correctly. Did you spell it M-E-N? If you did, great job. My next word is fed. Fed. Sound that word out and think about that skill we've been working on. How do we spell fed? All right, let's check. Boys and girls, how did you spell fed? Did you say F-E-D? I know you did. Great job. Our final word is net. I want you to spell net. So you're thinking about all of those strategies you've learned throughout this lesson and you're sounding that word out. How do you spell net? Let's check. Did you spell it N-E-T? I know you did. Great job. So now what we're going to do, you all have learned so many short E words and you've learned how to decode those words. So we're going to move on to our story today. So the title of our story is The Red Hen. And if you notice, I've already underlined some words. I decided to play a little game by myself. The game is called I Spy. So I went through my passage and I just started underlining all the words that I saw had the short E sound. But then I said, well, Shakita, don't be selfish. Let those children help you out. So what I want you to do, I want you to scan my passage and find some other short E words. So I've already started. So you're going to start on line 4, sentence 4, and you're going to just scan this passage and you're looking for all of the words that has the E sound. So I'm going to give you a few seconds because I want you to tell me the words you all actually saw. All right, boys and girls, let's scan the passage. All right, I think you all are ready. So what are some other words in my passage that has the short E sound? 10. Great job. I'm going to underline 10. What's another word that has the short E sound? Men. Awesome. Can you all give me another word that has the short E sound? You're right. Fed. You all are doing so great. Give me another one that has the short E sound. We're looking at our passage. Oh yes, I already have that one. Good job. Red. Do you see any other words that has the short E sound? Hen. Good job. All right, any other ones? You all already said red. Oh, I hear you all. Pen. Good. What else? Hen. You all are right. Any other words? Fed. You all, so we're not going to leave any of these short E words out. 10. What else? Men. And it's okay if I had it beforehand, as long as you all are identifying those words. red, and what else? Pen. Awesome job. So now, boys and girls, I'm going to read this story to you. The Red Hen. I just want you to follow along as I read. Ted, Ben, and Ed got a red net. Ted, Ben, and Ed got the red hen with the net. Ted, Ben, and Ed met 10 men. The 10 men fed the red hen in her red pen. The hen liked to be fed by the 10 men in the red pen. Great job. So now I just read that to you. For 1 minute, I want you to read this silently to yourselves. All right, boys and girls, great job. I heard you all sounding out those words. You all did so wonderful. Thank you all, boys and girls.
Thank you, Miss Shakita, and thank you, boys and girls, for your participation in today's lesson. All rights and credits for today's lesson belong to the West Virginia Department of Education. We would like to thank them for publicly sharing these valuable resources and materials. Bye!